The shadows are near, tales of the lost and haunted, we're here.
We're headed home after a very long day of driving around and finding this next tale that we will be showing you guys. But it's basically another castle. This is the second castle in North Carolina that we found that is potentially haunted, and it is the Castle Mont Rouge. So stay tuned. Our day began early, as most of our weekend ghost hunts do. Just my son and me this time, gear packed, coffee in hand, and the road stretched ahead of us. Our destination, a place shrouded in mystery and silent decay. Castle Mont Rouge. Tucked deep within the woods of Rougemont, North Carolina, the castle feels like something out of folklore. Even before you see it, the legend begins. Some say it's haunted, others just call it strange. Either way, we knew we had to see it for ourselves. The drive grew quieter the closer we got. Twisting roads, thick woods, and a steep, narrow climb made every turn feel more remote, more removed from the everyday world. Eventually, we found a place to pull over, mindful of private homes nearby. As my boy becomes one with nature over here, we are next to the... From the distant road, we spotted it, a crumbling fairy tale fortress rising above the trees. It looked like it had wandered away from the hills of Europe and found itself marooned in the middle of North Carolina.
Is it okay if we can get a little bit deeper?
You want to get closer?
Yeah.
Hold on, look at me.
Hi everyone. We're just near the...
What's the castle called?
The castle is called...
Castle Mont Rouge.
Castle Mont Rouge. And they say that his wife died.
Castle Mont Rouge sits on private land, and we wanted to stay respectful, quiet observers rather than intruders. Castle Mont Rouge was a dream of Robert Mihaly, an artist and sculptor whose work once adorned Duke University and even the National Cathedral. In the late 1990s, he began constructing the castle as both home and creative sanctuary. But somewhere along the line, the vision faded. By 2006, construction stopped. What remained was an unfinished blend of fantasy and ruin, a surreal structure caught between fairy tale and forgotten memory. Rumors rushed to fill the silence. Some say Mihaly lost his wife and couldn't bear to continue. Others claim she's still alive and the two simply divorced, leaving behind the castle and the dream that built it. No one knows for sure, and maybe that uncertainty is part of its spell. What do you think, buddy? It's haunted or no?
I think it's haunted.
What makes you say that?
It makes me say that because it looks kind of old and creepy.
Yeah.
And there's like...
Looks weird.
And it looks weird to me, and like it's like all crooked and like everything you could imagine. It's like really, really historic and weird and very ghostly and creepy. That's what I think.
That's what you think?
Yep.
The structure was beautiful and strange in an unsettling way. Weathered stone, fading paint, and that eerie stillness that seems to hum with history. We noticed a path that might have gotten us closer, but it was treacherous. It was steep, overgrown, littered with logs and debris. It didn't just look rough, it looked dangerous. One wrong move and it would have meant a tumble through mud and tangled wood. So we stayed back and watched. We let the silence do the talking. As the sun dipped behind the towers and the forest grew still, a feeling settled over us. Not quite fear, but something close, like the castle was waiting, watching, holding its breath. We captured what we could on camera, and by the time we got back to the car, my son was pretty tired.
Why would you own a haunted house?
I don't know. Well, the Reed house is for sale, and that one's haunted.
Yeah.
Or said to be haunted.
They're working in that house.
Okay, you heard it.
So stay safe.
That's your warning.
Stay safe. And
Join us for our next episode of The Lost and Haunted.
yes. And be safe. Please be safe so you don't get harmed by any ghosts.
Driving away, I glanced in the rearview mirror. The castle shrank behind us, part broken dream, part haunting masterpiece. Maybe both. One thing's certain, some places don't need ghosts to feel haunted. Thanks for watching again. This is Tales of the Lost and Haunted. Be sure to subscribe and follow us for more tales like this.